Okay, everybody, for those of you that were absolutely riveted and couldn't wait for the next vapor barrier detail, since I took you all through how to seal around the ductwork, what we're gonna do, all right, this is part 2, we are going to do our seal around our light receptacle up here. And what's really cool, I don't know if you can see it, but our awesome electricians with M&G Electric, Galen Keene and his partner Malcolm, bought these really cool light receptacles that have about a 1/2 inch flange around the outside, and they actually have grommets behind them. They're out of Canada, and I'll have the link to the product in the in this post. But we've got a really nice area to seal the vapor barrier too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off and we're just gonna go ahead and make our cut. All right, so we're gonna make our cut and we're gonna bring it just barely to the outside of the ring of the electrical box here. And then we're just gonna keep trimming. We wanna be careful, we don't wanna go too far. But you can see, I don't know how well you can see, but there is this flange behind it. So what's really cool with these electrical boxes is they're made specifically for high performance homes and to provide an airtight seal. So then what I do is after I make the initial cut, I come back with my scissors, right? And I make a couple more cuts so I can tuck it back up in here, right? And it's pretty easy, folks. It's not that hard. So then after we have that, then we just come back through just like this. And we just tuck it back in here. And again, this has taken many, many iterations to figure out. I know it kind of looks like, oh, this is easy and fast. Well, guess what? There are no videos on YouTube. I think this might be our only video on YouTube on how to do this. So we fold it back like this. And then let me grab this little mud plate out here. So I'm gonna need to get rid of that. And by the way, we're about 12 feet up on the cathedral side. And by the way, I am deathly scared of heights. So anyway, this is what we got. Okay, very cool. So that's how we tuck it. And then we use our Siga Risen. We're using our 60 mil tape. And again, we'll do our very unscientific approach here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut 4 pieces, where I have about a 1/2 inch overlap on the sides. And then what I do, and this is actually it's super simple, folks. I just take it and then I just tuck it right around like that. All right, I tuck it around like that. And then I use my non-OSHA approved cutting device here, my blade, and then I just make a little cut. And I go almost to the end, but not quite. And then I pull my wires back, and then look at this. I just tuck that bad boy up in there. And what's great with this tape is that this tape does flex, so it will flex in there, right? So there we go. And that's about as complicated as it gets, right? And I think it took me maybe 4 or 5 iterations and tries, to actually figure out what is the best approach to this. And then, the other thing too is as I'm putting this up here, I want to get right behind it, get a nice tight seal on the lip of this box. Come in here, make my little cut. And then I just come back here and I tuck that in. Now, I will be going back through, after I get my 2 sides done, I'll be using my awesome Performance Build-In Tape. Plastic pusher thing is the technical term for that. And we'll do that. So then I've got this, and almost out of tape. I just had to order a couple of rolls. And luckily, our friends at Performance Building Products ship FedEx, and they get it right out the door super duper fast. Okay, so now on this next one, on this box, I've got 2 screw mounting areas here. So what I'm gonna do is I'll go ahead and I'll cover those here. See how I'm wrapping my tape like that. Now, what I'll do when I make my cut with my blade is I'll actually just cut right down, right where that hole is. And then I can pull that back. Always put the knife down, right? It's like scout knife, you know, it's kind of like the totem chip. All right, and then we'll just pull that back. And then this is left open, right, for whatever fixture that's gonna go here. And actually, I can't remember if the light's gonna go here or it might be the ceiling fan. I think the ceiling fan is actually gonna go here. So now we got a brand new roll, right, of our 60 mil awesome Siga Rizin tape, Rizin, call the whole thing off. I don't know. You know, it's these European names. And again, this is just, like I said in my last video, when you were watching, I know, glued to your screen watching me seal ductwork. Let me know if that put you to sleep. That might be a good sleep aid. I might have to change businesses and actually go into making sleep tapes. And then for those of you in the new age world, we'll play some 432 hertz binaural beats behind that, and you know, it'll knock you out. But all right, this is being a little problematic here because it is so sticky. How sticky is it? Well, it's so sticky. I'm gonna have to just trim a little piece. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna do our last piece. Again, very scientific, looks about like that. Do our little cut. All right, and then this is how we do our fixtures, folks. It is literally that easy. And then again, I want to go around the back first, like this, and then I'll come across like that. And by the way, this stuff, when it sticks to the other tape or when it sticks to itself, it is almost impossible to break it free. And I think, you know, that's probably a good thing in their design. But yeah, it's super sticky. Okay, so now that we've got that up, I'll use my squeegee adhesive guy right here and make sure that I've got everything nice and tight. I'll push my edges out like this, and then I'll go around the sides, right? I'm gonna go around the sides like this and make sure that we're nice and tight, go on my edge. And that, my friends, is how you seal an electrical outlet box against a vapor barrier for your high performance home. Catch you in the next video.